Alright, guys, here we go with some more SBF basketball. Tonight, I'm not going to call this one a banger, but it should be fun. We've got the Southeast Hoopstars taking on the Mudville Bullfrogs. These Bullfrogs, I don't anticipate leaving this game with a W, but let's see if they can at least keep us entertained for a little while here. Here we go with Taylor Pearson bringing the ball up, gets it over to Richmond. Hoopstars, probably the best team in the league right now, taking on arguably the worst team in the league, which is why I'm saying I don't expect this to be too competitive. Pearson with a good rebound over Michael Self. That type of hustle is how you get an upset victory, though. Ryan Garnett, in the opposite corner from where the ball is right now, is the leading scorer on this team. Pearson tries to attack Michael Self and gets blocked. Here comes Hershey. Hershey pulls mid-range. That's no good. Mo Richmond with the rebound. Here come those Frogs. They get it back to Pearson. Not a lot of good off-ball movement for these guys. Pearson pulls three, and that's no good. Damiana Self sliding into the starting role this week. Here he comes, gets it over to Sean, back to Victor Lynn. Off a couple screens, Victor hits Hershey in the right corner. Now over to Self. Three Selfs on the floor right now. That one's Sean. Shoots and misses. Damiana, though, with a quick rebound and putback. Isn't it scary to think about the idea of KJ Collins, former MVP, coming off the bench? What a great offseason for these Hoopstars. Pearson, three ball. That one's also a no-go. Taylor Pearson looks like he wants to be the everything man in this one. Past Victor Lynn. Open three. That's money every time. You cannot give Victor Lynn an open look. It will go in every single time. Pearson over to Garnett, the 6'7 guard. Back to Strickland. Strickland looking to go by Damiana. Kicks back to Taylor. Taylor pulls mid-range. Got that one to fall. Taylor Pearson finally on the board with a quick two. Here comes Sean Self. Driving right at Pearson. Kick corner. Hershey Allen three ball. That's in. Rattles home for Hershey Allen. Hershey been a surprise this season with how much he's improving his game, especially offensively. He's been a force. Pass down low to Pearson. What a great feed. Pearson, though, going to have to quickly get it out of there. That's going to be a personal foul on Sean Self. Getting tired of Pearson running around in circles, decides to grab onto him. The Bullfrogs now inbound over to Pearson. Pearson going to take a screen. Now he's driving. He wants another shot. You can feel it. This man does not feel like passing tonight. Mid-range jumper, no good. Pearson might be shooting himself into a bench position going forward. Hershey pulls, mid-range jumper, no good. Ryan Garnett going to pull it down. Kicks up to Richmond, and Richmond sprints out of bounds. That seems to be the story of the Bullfrogs. This game wasn't being televised as a punishment to the Bullfrogs, believe it or not. This is being put up on YouTube to get the Hoopstars some action. It's been a little while since we saw one of our favorite teams. Sean Self driving to the rim, up and under, lays it in. As you see against the Talons, Sean Self put up an amazing 26 and 16 there. Had himself a night. Bryan attacks the rim. That's no good. Hoopstars looking to extend it even further. Score is 10-2 right now. This could get ugly really fast. Sean at the rim, lays it in. There's a good score. Pearson up top, takes the screen, driving. Pearson between two guys, kicks it out. Richmond, open jumper, whiffs it. Let's talk a little bit about these Bullfrogs and their opportunity going forward. So obviously not much to celebrate this season. They're just kind of coasting it out, waiting to see where their draft position is going to fall. That's what this is all about for the Bullfrogs. This isn't their inaugural season in their eyes. This is just kind of a let's look the other way and pretend this isn't happening type season. Next season is where the Bullfrogs believe they can compete. And they're not the only team with this philosophy. The Venom have a very similar approach. The Venom looked to see what free agency offered them, said, I don't think so. Opted out, didn't really sign a whole lot, went with a pretty bad team instead. And now you've got two teams, very weak overall, no depth in the Bullfrogs and the Venom, both fighting it out, hoping to get that #1 pick. Somehow, despite them trying to lose, the Ballers are still competing with the two of them for that #1 pick spot, as well as the Talons, as they always do. But irregardless, it's going to be interesting to see what these Bullfrogs can do for themselves this offseason. They're going to have 1 first-rounder and a second-rounder, which is basically a late first. So they're going to be able to potentially grab 2 user players, or 1 user, 1 good AI, on top of having infinite amount of money to use in the free agency. So the Bullfrogs could definitely compete next season, but at what level? I find it hard to believe that 1 draft pick and a decent free agent group is going to power them past what the Hoopstars have built here, or that terrific trio in Cali of John and the Allens. We talked about the Bullfrogs for a minute. Let's talk a little bit about these Hoopstars. These Hoopstars definitely drafted a pretty good team last season, but after losing a couple of quick games, decided they're going to blow it up. Traded away every member of their team for a first-round draft pick, and they used that for those first-round draft picks to draft this team you see in front of you now. The only players returning from last season are KJ Collins, Michael Self, and Dylan Webb. The draftees this season are Sean, Damiana, Victor Lynn, Hershey Allen. The 4 of those guys all drafted early in the first round and are definitely set to make a name for themselves. Unfortunately for these guys, each one of these rookies could easily be Rookie of the Year candidate, a top pick, fighting for awards, fighting for top spots in the rookie class, but they're competing against one another for playing time, for for shots, for rebounds, for assists. They're kind of, whereas you see Jay Blinko in A-Town right now, where everything except for the offense goes through Jay. Jay is supposed to be the sole rebounder, the sole facilitator, the sole defender. Levi McNeil putting up the buckets, but irregardless, you see it really paying dividends as Jay Blinko is fighting for an MVP spot this season. Don't think he'll get it past Levi or Kyrie, but you just see the difference. Yeah, Jay Blinko is a terrific ball player, but is he truly better than Sean Self, Damiana Self, Victor Lynn? He might be. According to his stats, he definitely is. But I'd love to see what one of these players could do if put on a team by themselves and built. Like Victor Lynn is a scoring monster. Send Victor Lynn to these Bullfrogs for the rest of the season, and let's watch him put up 30 points per game. Alright guys, at the end of the first quarter, we're coming to an end here with 3 seconds to go. We have a massive lead for the Southeast Hoopstars, leading by 17 points, and I will catch you guys after the break. Alright, and here we go to start the second quarter. Quick shot there from Dylan Webb, blocked. Here come the Bullfrogs in transition now. Bullfrogs drop it down to Davidson. Shot up, no good. Morrison with a good rebound and a putback, though. That's a good way to get on the board. Here we go. Dylan Webb driving, spin move, left hand layup. Fighting for the rebound now. Strickland ends up pulling it down. Here we go with the Bullfrogs. They're not giving up yet. Yes, they're down by a lot, but they're looking to climb back into this. Davidson misses the layup, got his own rebound, put back a second time, couldn't get it though. Dylan Webb pulls down the rebound. Michael Self trying to go up strong. Both teams playing solid defense right now. What other debates can I get into with myself here? What are some things that the people would like to hear? You know what? Let's just randomly pop off with the top 5 NCAA teams right now. I'm not going to go based off of a record. I'm not going to go based off of their most recent wins. I'm not going to go based off anything other than the players I see on the court and my picks basically through the playoffs. Obviously, I don't know what the matchups are, but these are the 5 teams that I'm picking as the 5 scariest heading into the postseason. I will start with my clear-cut number 1. That's going to be the easiest place for me to start. I'm going to go ahead and pick Gonzaga. Gonzaga is my pick for scariest team heading into the playoff for the NCAA, and the reason why is simple. Honcho and Alfie, they're both getting better. Alfie Hayes is sinking threes, everybody. That's terrifying, not just to me as a Michigan player, but to me as somebody who's also rooting for MTSU because I love the squad. I feel like MTSU just has that great energy, just a fun team to follow. But Alfie Hayes is hitting threes. How do you stop him? You don't know if he's going to try to pass it. You don't know if he's going to go lay it in with his huge frame. And you don't know if he's going to just step back and sink a 3 in your eye anymore. Same with Honcho. He's still a low overall center. I think he just hit 80. And it's scary to think about King Honcho and his potential when he hits 90. Really put that into perspective for a moment. Josh Robinson, the clear-cut top center in the draft, is already a 90. You see what his peak performance is. Honcho's competing at that level. 10 overall less. 10 overall doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. That's a lot of badges, or that's maxing out almost every attribute. Robinson put in the work and grinded to get there, but almost, I think, hurting his draft stock in the process. I mean, obviously, Robinson is the best center right now. But you look at Honcho and what he's doing, 10 overall less, maybe even 11 overall less, and you've got to wonder, does Honcho have the better build? When they're both 90s, will Honcho be more successful? But that's why Gonzaga is my number 1. Number 2 is also easy for me. I'm going with MTSU. MTSU has got everything they need to completely win it all, with a playmaking point at Otis, a sniper guard at Juan. They have Yannick Rose, one of my favorite slashers in the league. That's just slamming everything at the rim. They got Cayman Sider, who showed during the dunk contest that he can leap out of the gym on any given play. Cayman's another one where he is rapidly progressing, and as he gets better, as he grows, he's getting better. He's performing better and better, and I'm scared to see what the future holds for Caleb Sider. 90 overall build. That could be problematic for the rest of the league for sure.
Taking 2 shots.
So I got MTSU at number, obviously Cedric. I mean, you don't have to say much about Cedric. Besides, every single game with Cedric Collinsworth is a block party. In my opinion, you've got Robinson, 1A, you got Honcho, 1B, and you got Cedric that comes in at 1C, but ends up being the number 1 in this draft. I think 3-4 years from now, when they all hit their peak overalls and they're all in the pros, I think Cedric Collinsworth will be the best. So MTSU is my pick for number 2. My pick for number 3 is UNC. Adding Kiere Prince put this team over the top, in my opinion. Kiere's getting better and better as the season goes. Robinson's maxed out. Carter's almost maxed out. Woodson is grinding. This team could make a push and win it all, but I don't see it. I think that these guys, when they hit their slumps, they just can't match up with these 5-player teams, and it's tough. Number 4, and I'm calling it now, way too early before they hit a streak. Anybody that happens to watch this moment in this game and hears this will know that I was right. Florida is my number 4 right now. They have Gus Spring, Jack Gaines now at the power forward and center position, on top of having Ty Allen, Austin King, Chalk Thunder. These guys are grinding too. Gus's overall is flying. Jack Gaines has made it to a couple videos. He looks like he's going to be here to stay. Austin King, we all know about Austin King. Chalk Thunder finally upgraded. And then Ty Allen is one of the best performing, lowest overall players in the league. So that's why I'm going with a surprise pick at number 4 with Florida. And my number 5, I gotta think about this for a minute. I have a bad feeling I'm gonna be leaving somebody out of this list. Off the top of my head, I'm leaning towards MSU. And that's why I want to think about this. Stop pressuring me. I've got to make sure I'm not missing any. Oh my goodness. Okay. Take Florida, slide them to 5. Take UConn. I take UNC. Slide them from 3 to 4. I got a new number 3 and I can't believe I missed it. Mississippi State. I can't say enough good things about Mississippi State. Dime and Queen Hardaway. 2 of the hardest workers in our league. They make it to every single video just about. Each week, night in, night out, I'm seeing their names all over the comment sections of these videos. Then you got Kenneth Dwayne. He's a commissioner, so I mean, obviously he's active. His player sucks, but you got to believe he's going to start putting some points into him, considering he's a commissioner. You got Baki Galupi. Like everybody, nobody saw this coming. Baki Galupi came out of nowhere, his rebounding guard build, and is destroying the league. Won Player of the Week last week. And now, I hear he is averaging 16 points, 16 rebounds, some assists. And did I forget to mention to you guys, he also is making every single YouTube game now. This guy's grinding. Everybody on this team is grinding except Kate Flynn. Kate Flynn's the center, just sits down in the middle. I mean, they don't really need Kate to do much. I mean, at least it's better than having an AI. So, honestly, Mississippi State might be one of my dark horses to win the whole tournament. Calling that now.
Into the lineup for your home team.
Alright, in this game, the Bullfrogs somehow still keeping it close. They're only down by 16. Hoopstars, I think they just want to keep their starters in even longer, so they're trying not to blow them out too hard, which I don't blame them. Michael Self gets it over to Victor Lynn. Guys, I try not to put onto YouTube non-competitive games, but sometimes you just have to. Hoopstars need a game. It's been a little while, and this was about all I had to work with. So, like I said, I try not to do it often, but sometimes it's a must. Alright, we're at the halftime show. Let's see what these stats are looking like. I mean, goodness gracious. Morrison doing some work to keep the Bullfrogs in it. Bullfrogs leading and rebounding. I mean, look at that field goal percentage for the Hoopstars. Winning by 16 could be much worse for the Bullfrogs if the Hoopstars were actually shooting well. Alright, here we go to start the third. Guys, doing my best to keep this one entertaining. Let's go ahead and give you top 5 fast food chains. Not sure if I'm muted or not there. Crap, not sure if I'm muted or not now. Quick game pause. I apologize for this. If you guys can hear me, which you can. Okay. Game is back. I have a new headset, and when I hit mute, sometimes it doesn't work. The other day I yelled at my dog and I wasn't muted. That was embarrassing. Let's do top 5 fast food chains. I mean, I'd like to keep this professional, but I doubt anybody is watching this content at this point for the basketball. Maybe the Hoopstars are. The Hoopstars love to grind. That GM is all about his team all the time, always grinding. I'm sure he's going to have a lot of takeaways from this one. I mean, you would hope playing against the Bullfrogs that you would shoot better than this. But I digress. Well, here's Michael Self with a matchup down low against Pearson, up and under. That's where Michael Self has to get better. This guy is a great facilitator, monster rebounder, terrific defender. But on the offensive side of things, he misses a lot of those opportunities. And that has got to be cleaned up if you want to be considered one of the best players in this league. But all right, what you guys are actually here for. Let's do these top 5 fast food chains. At number 5, I don't want to put them on my list because they're generic. I gotta go McDonald's. All right, I know. Settle down. I can hear y'all yelling at me through the mic. Ew, that's gross. McDonald's, you scrub. I've heard it all, but listen, the dollar menu, that is the OG of all menus for fast food. Okay? Whether you like it or not, we all go through times once in a while where we only have a few bucks to spare. I can't afford KFC off a few bucks. I can barely afford Taco Bell. I mean, usually, if I have a few bucks, I can get something from Taco Bell. But for the most part, if you've only got a few bucks, McDonald's is where you go. So I have to put them at number 5 for catering to us poor guys. Number 4. I don't know if this is considered fast food or not. I don't know if this is anywhere other than Michigan, but I'm going to go Culver's. I love the Butter Burger. Oh, and their fries, their crinkly fries, fantastic. And when you're all done eating a Butter Burger, crinkly fry. And the thing about Culver's is, how many fast food type places do you know that provides chili as an option? Come on. Chili, that's fantastic. I don't want fast food chili. I've never ordered it, but still, just so cool to have it there.
Who wants a
That was number 4, Culver's. Number 3. This is where my list is starting to get a little tighter, a little tough. Got to be careful here. I know whatever I say is wrong, and not just to you guys, but to me as well. I mean, I will be forgetting something here. What is number 3? I can't go 5 guys. They're too greasy for me. When I had good 5 guys, my goodness, it was fantastic. Good 5 guys was amazing. But then I've had a couple times where 5 guys was just so greasy that I couldn't eat it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all in the face with this one at number 3. I don't know if this is also a Michigan exclusive or not, but I'm going to go Fazoli's. I love their pizza baked spaghetti. Chicken Alfredo, give me some breadsticks. Fazoli's just, it makes me think that I'm healthier than I am. So that's why I love Fazoli's. I want to put Fazoli's higher on the list, but I don't think I can. Number 2, KFC. The famous bowl. Chicken Littles. I mean, it's KFC, guys. There's not much to talk about. It's expensive. Also, just please note, I don't have a Popeyes. I don't have a, what's that other chicken place? That's fantastic and people love it. There's another one that I don't have near me, so I never get to eat it. It's, oh man, I'm gonna get wrecked for this. I can't even think of the name, and it's not because it's bad. I've had it one time in my life and it was amazing, but it's not near me, so I don't get it enough to put it on my list. So it's not there, alright? It's just not there. Alright, that was number 2. So far this rundown, we have number 5, McDonald's. Number 4, I brought in a Culver's. Number 3, we did Fazoli's. Number 2, KFC. Number 1, don't know why you're arguing with me about this. It's obvious. Taco Bell.
Timeout, timeout.
Home team.
Yes, Taco Bell will destroy your insides. Yes, I spend the next few hours after eating Taco Bell on the toilet every single time, but it's worth every second of it as I am dipping my bean burritos into their hot nacho cheese and then just sliding it down my throat. It's worth every second of the pain afterwards.
2 minutes
I would do it
remaining
over and over
2
again.
minutes.
I did hit a streak not that long ago where I became tired of Taco Bell. I know. I also didn't think it was possible, but Veronica just kept getting it. Like once a week. We do fast food once a week over here, and every time it would be Taco Bell. And so I just got tired of it. So now we're not doing fast food at all. It's crazy. I didn't think it was possible, but after this list, I'm going to have to try something. I mean, it used to be a McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell every day. So that's why we ended fast food. And we just completely ripped it out. Alright guys, there's my top 5. The Bullfrogs are doing a very good job of staying in this game. They're just at such a disadvantage. Despite outplaying the Hoopstars, they're still down by 14. How is that possible to outplay somebody and be down by 14?
Away team ball.
I don't know how it's possible, but
Substitution for the
it's
away
happening.
team.
And, I mean, you know what, though? The good thing is I didn't want to watch this game if the AIs came in, and I'm not worried about the AIs coming in because the Hoopstars can't make a shot. That's the bottom line. That's why the Hoopstars aren't dominating right now. They cannot get their offense rolling. And in my opinion, that is going to be a problem for them going forward into the playoffs is you can't get cold like this. I think when you have a team full of guys that can shoot, full of guys that are capable of scoring, sometimes you lose your identity. And I think that's what's happening here. Like the Assassins, one of the best offensive teams in the league. Okay, you really break them down. They're nowhere near as talented as these Hoopstars. Not even close. So what makes them the best offensive team in the league? Well, they have an identity. Their identity is Jay Blinko scoring 15 and Levi McNeil scoring 40. That's getting them an easy 55 a night. If anybody else puts up anything, then it's bonus. These Hoopstars, it could be Victor Lynn going off for 20, the rest of them 10. It could be Victor Lynn going off for 40, the rest of them 5. Or it could be all of them going off for 15. Like, you just never know, which makes the Hoopstars so dangerous and also puts them at risk going forward. It could be the rise or the downfall of this team. You just got to wait and see. All right, here we go. 7 minutes left in this game. Bullfrogs only down by 12. I mean, that's another turnover for Davidson. Pass up court, Michael. Michael over to Dylan. Back to KJ. KJ hands it off to Dylan. Victor Lynn, open 3. That's good. And that right there is what makes the Hoopstars special. The coaching, the play calling. That type of offense is impossible to stop. Anybody can pull the trigger, so you can't double. You can't hedge. And then you set screens to give somebody a little bit of space and an open 3. And that was a tough layup there for the Bullfrogs. KJ up top is going to hand it off to Dylan Webb. Up by 13 now. Pass over to Victor Lynn. Victor pulls, quick 3 off the back of the rim and no good. Ty Strickland, the facilitating 4, has it. Gets it to Hickson. Hickson, couple crossovers. Now he's driving. Slams it down. What a throwdown from Hickson. Showing off some athleticism. Another reason why I like to throw these Bullfrog games out there is good scouting opportunity for GMs. These Bullfrog players could have a few hidden gems that could come to your team and be decent on the bench. So, if you're looking to win it now, this might be a team to scout off of. Strickland going to take the ball back, ready to facilitate, driving right at Michael Self, up and under. Got that to fall. These Bullfrogs have it down to single digits now. 9-point lead. Hoopstars have got to find an answer. If the Bullfrogs start hitting these shots, it could actually be a comeback in the making.
Substitution for the away team.
If the Bullfrogs win this game somehow, I will donate my earned points to Juan Jose. I don't know how it would be possible if it happens. Jumper from Sean, that was easy. You got Garnett and Pearson checking back in. Pearson's been shooting very bad tonight. If he could pick it up, that could be a game changer. Over to Garnett. Gives it to Pearson. Back to Garnett. Screen set. Garnett's going to quickly pull. 3-ball. Way too tough. Way too strong off the back of the rim. Here comes Damiana. Damiana kicks over to Michael. Back to Sean. Victor Lynn coming up off the corner. Hands it back to Sean. Sean's got ISO on Pearson. Calls for the pick and roll. Sean pulls. Got it. Mid-range jumper. That was good. 8 points, 3 assists, 2 steals in this one from Mr. Sean. Garnett hands it over to Brian. Brian's going to take the Strickland screen. Kicks over to Pearson. Back to Brian. Another screen set from Strickland. Brian turn, fade, and got it. How? How did that go in for Brian? Mudville Bullfrogs are just making some good shots right now. Michael Self going to drop it down to Damiana. Damiana likes his matchup, puts it up over Pearson, and that's good. Here comes Mo Richmond. Kicks it over to Brian. Brian's got a lot of confidence after that last shot. Kicks it over Garnett. Open three. That one falls. 10-point lead. Both these teams starting to come alive offensively now. Sean, wide open under the rim. Layup's good. That's Michael. Michael wide open under the rim. Layup is good. Garnett coming off some screens, wanted another three. These guys have got the right idea. Keep Garnett involved. Garnett's backing up. He's going to pull another three. That one falls. Garnett looking to single-handedly bring them back. He's got back-to-back threes, and the Hoopstars beginning to get tired. Sean over to Michael. Michael kicks it over to Victor. Bullfrogs need a stop. Victor's driving right at Brian. Goes up strong. No good. Here's a chance for him. Pearson pushing. Garnett lays it up over Michael. No good. With 2 minutes to go, that shot could have been a momentum shifter. Instead, the Hoopstars, a chance to silence the crowd, and they do. Bullfrogs have got to be more patient on offense when they have an opportunity like they did a moment ago. They definitely squandered it. I mean, it's not over until that final whistle blows, but 11 points is going to be a large one for a team like the Bullfrogs to overcome.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
And I really think defensively is where the Bullfrogs need the most work. A nice powerhouse center down low to block shots and rim protect would be ideal. Pass up to Richmond's going to drop it down to Garnett. Garnett backs up a little bit, takes a mid-range jumper. That's good. Offensively right now, these Bullfrogs are doing all the right things. Defensively, though, you've got to get stops. Here comes Victor Lynn. Sean rolling in the front. Victor pulls. It's going to be a miss, but Damiana with a rebound and the quick putback. Pearson driving to the left. Kicks back Garnett. Garnett's been creating his own shot so far this game. Passes down low to Pearson. Guarded by Michael. Still got it to fall. Like I said, though, the Bullfrogs, yes, they're performing well on offense, but it means nothing if you can't box out and close out on defense. Damiana backing his opponent down. Double team comes. Sean, wide open three. That one's good, and that should be the icing on the cake, guys. Thanks for watching this content. I know it wasn't the most exciting game. Hopefully I made it a little bit better for you. Hopefully you guys are enjoying all SBF basketball. Make sure to drop a comment on this video. Make sure to hit that like button. If you're not sure how to upgrade your player, remember it's completely free. Do not have to pay a penny. If you're not sure how to do it, just let me know and I'll give you the rules and explain to you how you earn attribute points to increase your players overall. Damiana Self decides he's not happy going home until he puts somebody on a poster. So that's exactly what he did there.
1 plus the penalty. 2 shots.
Make sure to hit that notification bell, you guys. It should be right down there on the YouTube video. Turn on the notification bell for the SBF League in general. That way you can see when our videos go up. I try not to ping people. I try not to use @everyone unless it's meant like completely necessary, because I know a lot of people are in a lot of leagues. And here I am trying to cater to that. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.